Hello, it's Julie. Welcome back to my channel. I've got a one sheet wonder for you today. I'm not only going to show you how to make the one sheet wonder, but I'm going to go through my thought processes of how I put one together in the first place. Yeah, so it is an original. You will see me make it from start to finish. At this point, you know more than me because I'm filming this intro after I've actually made it. So I'll give you a quick look at it. I've just tied some pretty seam binding around the front that matched in. And they are from the scrap cabin shop. The colours are tulip and purple. The links are in the description. I forget to tell you that in the in the tutorial. So yeah, we've got a pocket there, a pocket there. I'll take them out. Go on, I'll take them out and show you. So pocket there. We've got a pocket there. I forget that pocket exists in the tutorial. We've got a pocket there, so that's 3. We've got a pocket there, that's 4. We've got one there, so that's 5. We turn it over onto the back. We've got one there, which makes 6. One there, which makes 7. If we then go back around, we open that and we've got 2 tuck spots. So we've got 7 pockets, 2 tuck spots and 2 nice large journaling spots. And if you so wished, you could even put some pages in there, make it into a complete little mini journal. So I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, let's crack on. So here I am with my paper. I've got this gorgeous Stamperia Provence collection. This was bought for me as a gift by Nicole. Thank you so much, Nicole. Among other things Nicole bought me that I've been showing in videos. So I want to make a one sheet wonder. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to take you along with me for the full process. A lot of people have said they like me going through my thought process as I do these. So I want it to look something like that. I want a short piece in front of a long piece, but I don't want to put it together like I did this one because this was very thin paper and it folds differently. It will end up with all sorts of buckling and problems if we try doing this with a thicker paper. But I want this look. So let's see what we end up with. Yeah, it'll be fun. Of course it will. Right, I'm going to grab one of the plainer sheets. If I turn it over, you can see what we've got. I'm going to be using those cut parts in it. I won't make you watch me cut those apart, or those, or those. I don't think I want anything that plain. I'm tempted to use the page with the bicycle, you know, because I find it very difficult to use those big pictures. So yeah, I like to cover them up. That one I think is a bit busy. That one might be a bit too... That one might be nice, actually. That might be nice because then I can stick other things on to decorate it. Yeah, I'm going to go for that sheet. So grab that sheet. Oh, that was quick. And there it is already. Oh, it's gorgeous colours. Do you know, purple is my favourite colour and I don't use it very much. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. But that just needs to be featured on or in something, that, doesn't it? All on its own. So I'm just going to go ahead and nick this piece out. I'll give you a quick look at just a quick flick. Sorry if it makes lights go funny. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, look at that. It's like purple denim. Yeah, oh, they're very big. They'll just end up in a big journal. I could make a purple journal and put this one sheet wonder in it. Yes, I could. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the little flutterbys and the little bird. Oh, I could make like a landscape journal and put the bike on the front. Oh, I might do that. I'll probably forget and not do it, but you think I could do that. That's screaming tags. Cut me up for tags. So yeah. Ow. Oh, they're lovely. Again, I'll cut those out, but I won't make you watch me. And lots of tags there on the inside cover. They're sold as 10 sheets, these, but with the outside front and back covers, it's 12 sheets. And they are usable. Sometimes I even just cut pieces of the front out and make a tag out of it. Yeah, it comes in handy. Right, I've got this. So what I'm going to do is, first things first, I'm just going to cut it out in half, straight across middle. I'm going to be bold. Yeah, be bold, woman. Do it. It'll either work or it won't. Well, when it's one of them, isn't it? There is no plan, therefore the plan cannot go wrong. Yeah, wing it. So straight across middle. Watch me get my fleur-de-lis upside down. Could do with stick on arrows, just to remind me what's top and what's bottom. Right, there we go. Did that cut paper? Oh, I did. Well, I lined that up really good. Pat on back for me. Right, stay there, don't fall over, just sit there, organise yourself. That, yeah, that's the right way up. So yeah, I want yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to cut that again. I'm not going to make it so it's just one big fold, because like I said, sometimes the folds on these big pieces can go a little bit awry. Well, not awry, but you get a lot of buckling and bulkiness, and I don't want that. So I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to cut 4 inches off it. I am. There we go. I could do doing a little diagram of what I'm cutting here. And then, do you know what? I'm going to cut 4 inches off this one as well. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't really know. Well, I do, because I've got an idea in my head of what I want to do. And now I'm going to cut. So that's what we've got so far. We've cut it up. We could have done this on big paper trimmer, couldn't we? Yeah, so we've got there 4 by 6, 4 by 6, and that's 8 by 6, yeah? Now one of these 8 by 6 pieces, I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to cut it again at 4. So we're going to be left with a piece that is 8 inches by 4 and 8 inches by 2. Trust me, I'm not a doctor, but I can cut paper. Trust me, I'm a paper play person. So, yeah, we've now got all these pieces. So now in my head, I'm going to fold one of these 8 by 6 pieces in half. You don't need a scoreboard for this. I think, do I want the purple? I'm going to do it that way. I want the dark purple showing. So I'm going to fold that in half. I'm not too bothered if I lose a little bit of width in my pockets, having to glue stuff. It's world isn't going to end, is it? So I've now got that piece, and I'm going to get that piece by wrapping this 8 by 4 piece around that. Ooh, yeah. So I'm going to fold that in half again. There we go. And that is going to wrap around there. So already I'm getting something like what I want, aren't I? Yeah. So we've got that. So that can be one big pocket there. That's not a pocket yet, is it? So what can we do to make that a pocket? We've got all these pieces. I could fold that. Oh, that's looking good. That could fold around there to make some small pockets. So yeah, I'm going to fold that in half. This is the 8 inch by 2 inch piece. So I'm just playing. This is what I'm getting. So that might be a little bit short there. Don't worry, we can do something about that. So we can have a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, big pocket in the top. That can open out. Oh, we might end up with more pockets doing it this way. I can put that there to make that a pocket. I can put a piece of that there, and then the bits I cut off the end, I can make tiny pockets. Yes, so grab this long piece, and I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. And then grab this long piece, and then I'm going to cut that at 4 inches. I will use every piece of this, don't you worry. Right. So that can go there to turn that into a big pocket. That can go there to turn that into a big pocket. That can go there to make a little pocket. And that will go there to make another little pocket. So I've actually got the same thing. I've just done it by cutting the paper instead of folding it. So let's tuck it all together. And can you see it doesn't all line up here, does it? It doesn't all line up. So I'm just gonna trim them, make them a little bit smaller. Right, so let's unfold these and see how we did it. Ooh, look at that. It's like jigsaw now, isn't it? Oh, it's like a jigsaw. And that piece, I've lost a jigsaw. There we have a jigsaw piece. So, we cut that like that. That got cut like that. That with that. And that with that. Right. So I've just zoomed my camera out a tiny bit so you can see all the pieces. In fact, they're that close together you can't see where I've cut. But what I've also done is this. I've scored and then drawn in the lines of where you need to cut. So this was the first cut that I made at 6 inches. Yeah, I'll just write that there. So I cut that in half at 6, and then I started chopping up the other pieces, didn't I? So the two 6x6 pieces I had left, I then cut them both down to 8 inches, yeah? So I basically cut them there, 4, yeah, and then my two 4x6 inch pieces I cut again. So I got 2 that were 4 before and 2 that were 4 by 2, yeah? Then one of my huge 8x6 pieces got cut across the middle to make an 8x2. So I'll leave that there so you can take a screenshot. I will put these measurements in the description, but that's basically how I've chopped it up. So it's going to be a one sheet wonder with a lot of chopping and not as much folding, isn't it? Yeah, basically. So I'll pop that to one side now and let's try and put it back together. Let's try and remember what I did. So I folded that in half. And I folded that in half around it, didn't I? Yes, I did. And then I folded that one in half around that. What I ended up with is that sticking out a little bit. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my trimmer and I am just going to trim a smidgen off the open edges. Just not perhaps even a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah. And then the next piece, I'm going to trim a slightly smaller bit off than that. Just, perhaps a 32th of an inch. Yes, so that's all I've wasted. I don't call that waste. I just, yeah, that's just, yeah, bin it. It's no good for out that, Julie. It's far too small. So now, that is that. Do you know, I'm thinking I might want that one white. Yeah, so just turn round which way I've layered them up, that's all. Yeah, so that now goes there. And then that one, yeah, I like that much better. Bit less purple, bit more white. Can you see how my edge is much neater now? If anything, those two line up perfectly. And that could do with, I'm just going to trim a smidgen more off that. Because I can, it's my paper, my project. I decide. I can do what I want. Do what you want. Oh, don't sing any Take That. Showing your age there. And your poor taste in music. There we go. That pleases me more now. I like it. So, what I'm going to do first, before I start adding other little bits on, is I think I want to round some corners. We don't want it too offensive, like I always say. So I've got my corner rounder here. And I'm going to round the tops there. I'm going to do it before I glue it together because this corner rounder doesn't... I'm only going to do the little one. It won't go through anything that's too thick. So I don't really want to tax my corner rounder that much or break it. It'll It'll go through this 190 GSM paper when it's double, but anything more than that and it really grumbles, then it might break. So I'm going to round those, but not those. The reason being, these will be poking out and the others won't. So if it pokes out, round it. Yeah. That just... Oh, yeah, don't even. So that one and that one. So that is going to tuck around there. And that one. I need to round that one. Oh, I'll have to separate these. Because like I say, we don't want to be trying to stick 4 thicknesses of card in our paper. Corner rounder. Unless you've got one of them big heavy duty chompy We are memory keepers ones that tend to break when you drop them on the floor, just saying. So that, yeah, I like that. If you want that corner rounded, round it, but I'm quite happy not having that rounded. So yeah, I like that. Now these are going to be our extra pockets. So bear in mind, we may have to trim these down because we've trimmed others down. But I can just trim them off with a pair of scissors and I've stuck them on. So that is going to go there. Do I want it to be dark purple or light? Do you know what? I think I want it to be light. So yeah, I'm going to round. I'll round all 4 of these. That one doesn't need rounding. Don't round that one, just round 1, 2, 3. So decide which way up I want it, and then I'll round all 3 bar that. That will help me remember which way round it's got to go then, won't it? Yeah, that's that. So that is going to be a pocket there. I think I want that one that way, do I? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know which way I want it. No, I want it that way. Have it that way, woman. So again, around all 3 corners apart from that one. So around that one, and that one. I just find it like it's not as easy to damage corners once they're rounded. I've changed my mind now. I want that way around. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap it with that piece. Oh lordy, what's she done? Yeah, that way. Yeah, we're having it dark purple way. Ecky thump. I will not make my mind up, will I? Then we're going to use these 2 pieces to make pockets there. Yeah. So just the bottoms rounded. I might have to round these all again when I've trimmed stuff. I think I'll just put that one upside down, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But you know what? If you wanted to make this with scraps you've now got all the sizes you need, haven't you? And if you want to make your pockets a different size, you can. So let's just fold that up now and see what it's looking like. Yeah. Da-da. Pocket. I rounded that one, it didn't really need it, but hey ho. Yeah, I'm liking it. So it's now time to do some gluing. Right, so the first thing I'm going to glue is this to make that large top pocket. And before I glue, I'm going to put some of these little notches in. Yeah, thumb notches for the tags. I think I'm going to use a big punch. This is my 2.5 inch punch. So yeah, just look at it, decide where your notches will need to be. I think I'm going to notch that there, but not on the other side. We'll see what that looks like. I might not like it. So that wants a notch, that wants a notch. I'm going to put that up there and notch them both together. Then they'll be the same size notch. And oh, look at that, it fell. I couldn't have done that better if I'd tried. Fell exactly what it needed to be. So same again with these 2 pockets. And that looks about right. There we go. Let's round to the front. So I want that and that. So I'm just going to take those off for now. I'm going to slide that up to the top there so that I can get these notched. Hang on, hang on. Hang on. You said you weren't going to notch that one, missus. Oh, yes you did. So I'm not going to notch that. I'm just going to notch these bottom ones. I might as well fold them over to do it, haven't I? If you put too many notches in, world is not going to end. I keep putting this back together so that I don't forget what on earth I'm up to. So that goes there. That goes there. There, there. There, there, there. This is sort of an advertisement for plasters here in UK. So yeah, we got that. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Looks good. I think I'm going to have to notch that though, because it looks a bit odd. Looks a bit odd not notched. Does it? I don't really know. I think it does. So I think I'm going to have to notch it. I'll leave it for now, leave it for now. World's not going to end. I can put that in afterwards because the punch is not going to need to go between two tight bits of paper. I know what I'm on about. And that's going to be one... Do you know what? I'm saying that's going to be one big pocket at top. I think I may have just changed my mind on that. And I think what it might end up being is... Oh, wow. This has totally changed now. A fold out. Ta-da! Oh yeah, a fold out, and I'm going to put some hidden journaling space there. Yeah, I'm not going to glue that. So, where am I going to glue? Get your art glitter glue out, woman. So I'm going to glue this large piece onto the back of that piece. Let's move all the other bits out of the way. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah. So I want to glue this piece to that piece to make that into a pocket. So if I turn that over, I know I want to put glue down there along the bottom and up there. Yes, I do. And do I need to notch that? I do need to notch that. So one last notch. There we go. And I'm going to put my glue around those three sides, so I'll hold it there to make sure I don't put it in the wrong place. I've got a feeling I'm doing this right. Come on, glue. You've had your pin in since I filled you up. It's not fair if you're not going to work on me. That's just not fair. Let's I take pin out and then I just throw it somewhere. Maybe I've got, I don't know, an air bubble or something stuck in it, because I've just filled this up to the tippy top. That's better. No idea what was stuck in it. And oh, that was terrible. Terrible, that woman. And I'm going to put that piece with the opening there onto that piece. If you think you might need a bit more wiggle time and wiggle room than me, use a glue other than art glitter glue because it dries and grabs extremely quickly. So, all that bit I got where it shouldn't be will need rubbing off. But fear not, it will come off with my trusty glue rubber. I'll just wait for it to dry a little bit. You probably can't even see it anyway. Oh, I like that. I really do. Right. Now, next thing I want to do is stick that piece on. And then I'll start worrying about, have I done that right? Have I? No, that's it. That's better. Yeah, there we go. I'll stick that piece on there. So I'm just going to do one side at a time. Do you know what? I'm not going to glue down the middle because you'll see why. when it's closed, it's not going to go baggy, and it will prevent it from wanting to buckle and go a bit weird when we open it. So that is going to go in there. I do hope you're following this one. Yeah, that's that. I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to put glue along that bottom and up that edge. It's much easier to do glue when you've got your hand resting on the table. So when I try doing it in mid-air, it all goes wrong. Get glue all over. It's wonder I don't get in my hair. I probably did as a kid. Oh, my kids used to get all sorts in their hair when they were little. I was always chasing them, trying to tie their hair up. Little minxes. So that's that. It's starting to come together. I don't know why I didn't think of making that an opening before. I mean, if you want to take some more paper from another sheet, just make some more tuck spots. There. So that's that. Now I've got these two pieces that I'm going to put there. Now can you see that? That's why I've not glued it, because it's perfect when it's closed. If you want to eliminate that altogether, just cut that and glue it. Yeah, it's because this piece of card has got to go around that piece of card. Yeah, I'm not liking what that does. I'm going to get my bone folder and I've done this before. Get your nails, there you go, up to either side of that. Because that is the spare card that expands when that goes around. And by doing that, it will let it now sits much flatter. I hope you followed that. Right, so that is going to be glued on there. I think I might have got that wrong way around. That one goes that side, and that one goes that side. Yeah, because we didn't round those two inner corners. So let's put glue. Hold it on the side, you're not going to glue, woman. How many times do you say that you're going to do it like that and then forget? Whee. I should have put my hand on the table to glue that. Right, I'm going to put that on, not too near this edge. I want to see that crease. If I then have to trim some off there, so be it. Let's fold it over. Yeah, can you see I'm going to have to trim some off, but I can live with that. So I'm just going to get my big skizzers, and I'm going to use that edge as my guide. You could always put back in your trimmer, in your paper trimmer if you wanted, but I'm going to be brave when I've got this edge to follow. Ooh, that went so wonky. At least I was brave. Didn't say it were going to pay off. And I'm just going to re-round that corner. But these are all just all adjustments you're going to need to make. I think sometimes, just depending on how well you glue it, how far to one side of a crease or not, you glue something or fold something, you may make a project that worked out perfectly for the person who did the tutorial, but yours might be a little bit wonky. So these are all the little things that you can do to just, yeah, avoid the problems. Well, fix the problems. Right, so where does this one go next? There we go. Totally forgot. That gets glued on there. Now this time, again, I don't want that to glue any further than that edge. So I'm probably going to have a bit of that to trim off. Yeah. Can't be avoided. Whee. It's like if any of you are dressmakers, it's no good saying, well, I made it to exactly the same as pattern said, but it don't fit. You wouldn't just throw dress away, would you? You'd make some alterations. And sometimes you need to do that with paper crafting. And it's just about learning and getting the experience to know what to do. to tweak things. I mean, this is probably, I always use this expression, it's like teaching my grandma to suck eggs, I suppose, with some of you, but especially new people. So again, that's hanging over, but we knew that were going to happen because we'd trimmed some of those bits down, haven't we? Yes, we had. So again, I'm going to use that edge. Oh, get off my scissors. I use my Timalt scissors for everything, glue the lot. They clean off. I use those little, you know, alcohol swabs they use to dab you. Do they dab you? To wipe you before you get an injection. I'm just going to round that by hand because I don't want to put my corner rounder through 4 sheets of card. There we go. So that's looking good. What am I doing? I keep forgetting which way this goes, you know. Do you know, because I've altered what I'm doing. It's like I've thrown my own brain. Well, I like that. Now we've just got these 2 little ones to stick on. But before I stick them on, I'm just going to get my bone folder. Can you see? I'm going to make sure that is not too near that crease. Because it's just gone with all this glue and it's just... There we go. I'm just creasing that again. Then I'm going to crease that. And there you go. It sits much nicer already. If you find you need to take a little bit off that edge, take a little bit off that edge. I'm quite happy with it at the minute. When this has got some tags in and a bit of weight on, it might be good. Now, my 2 inner pockets. There and there. So again, we know we're going to have to trim that, but we just know that now. If you want, you can just trim a 1/16 of an inch off the edge of these before you glue them. Or if you wait, well, now you'll get them. At least they will be exact. So glue that there, just up to the line of that paper, not over the crease. So can you see we've kept that crease exposed. Same with this one. The fun part will be the decorating. Whee. Oh, one more wee. I was using that as my guide when I line these up, so that I don't go over that. And yeah, look, we've got a little bit to trim off there and a little bit to trim off there, but it has not come as a surprise, has it? We warned ourselves, did we? I think I warned you. And there we go. Just being careful you don't cut through that folded over piece. And again, yeah, I'm going to have to re-round that corner by hand, but I've got my corner to follow, so it's not a bother. Whee. That's it. And oh wow, I like it. I really do. Ta-da. But I do feel I need to trim a little bit off that whole edge. I'm going to do it. Otherwise it's going to drive me loopy-loop. I think it's because we've got 3 or 4 thicknesses of card there. So even though we've left it just short of the crease, because we have got so many layers of card, it's created a little bit of bulk. So we need a little bit trimming off. I did put enough glue down edges so that's still holding nicely. And do you know, I'm going to be naughty and try going through 3 layers just to see if this will work. Don't you try it in case it breaks. Oh, it did it. It did it. We went through. That's better than it were. Better than it were. But can you see what I mean about how it wouldn't have worked with folding? Look at the difference in the thickness. That's the same amount of layers of paper, But yeah, so much thicker. If it annoys you that does want to come up a little bit, pop a little Velcro fastener there, yeah? Tie some ribbon around it. Do whatever. Oh, I really like that. I'm quite happy. Or, I'm going to say you could bend that back. Not now, you couldn't. If you'd have done that before you glued, you could have. Right, now I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to grab some of the cut parts from the paper pack and we'll start popping a few in. 2 ticks. And I'm back after my cutting, and I'm pleased to report that that full sheet of ones that are slightly less than 4x4, the ones that measure, let's measure them. What are they? Just over 3.5 by 3.5. You know, we had the full sheet of 9 of them. They do still just fit in here. Yeah, where I wanted to put them. So we'll do that little trick. Where's my... I want a smaller bone folder to use for this. Here we go. That one's a bit chunky. I'm just going to use this one. I'll use rounded edge. Just going to go in my pockets. Just gets rid of any glue that's stuck where you didn't quite want it to. And it'll just make your pocket that little bit bigger. Don't be too vicious with this, or you will bust your pockets. But if you bust your pocket, just glue it again and learn from the experience. I think I won't do that next time. Right, so I think I want that lavender one up front. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Oh, that one can go there. I only rounded the corners on 4, so it's them 4 that I'm going to stick in. And I chose them at random. That one can go there. Yeah. Let's just give that one another go. So these are just over 3.5. You can always trim them down. You can trim a smidgen more off. I'm not going to faff now, as long as it just goes in. I can do the faffing later. If you're making this from any other paper and you're making your little tags and things from scratch, just make them 3.5 by 3.5. They'll fit better. Oh, how nice is that? I like it. That's very similar to that. Now, I want to make a tag that sticks out there. Do you remember, to go in that pocket? And we don't have any that are long in... Oh, I'm fibbing. Oh, that's going to be so perfect. Why did I not spot that? I didn't cut everything out. I cut the others out with my paper trimmer. It were easy. It was just like a grid of 9 things. These I'm going to do by hand. Whee. I don't do it as perfectly as I used to. I think it adds to that handmade look. So I don't tend to use paper trimmer for these, because sometimes they're not quite perfect anyway. They're designed to be imperfect. And using paper trimmer can, yeah, just give very harsh angles where you don't want them. Wee. Wee. Plus we get a chance to say wee while we're cutting. Wee. Can you imagine me on a roller coaster? Actually, I don't say wee, I scream. Scream at top of my lungs. I haven't been on one for years. I can't do them anymore. I think you lose ability to... I think women do. I don't know about men. Oh, I'm going all sexist now. I'll shut up. I have lost the ability to enjoy a roller coaster. No, it's terrible. No, just don't. The thought of it makes me queasy. Right. Oh, wow. That's so perfect. Put it in pocket, though. Not behind that. In pocket's perfect. How could that be any more perfect? It were made for that pocket, wasn't it? What's that, serendipity? It sticks for a bit, but hey-ho. I might put... I don't even think that needs anything on top, because we'd lose that, wouldn't we? You could always cut the tag off lower if you wanted, or just leave it, woman. It doesn't need outdoing, does it? Yeah? You could crop that a bit closer at bottom so it tucked in better. But I'm quite happy with that. Don't bother me, she says, letting it bother her. No, fine, it's done. So that pocket's full, that's full, that's full. That's full, and we want something big for there. Now this time we don't have a tag the right size, so we're going to have to make one. For now, because it's on the back, I'm just going to stick my ready-made non-matchy tag in. Yeah. See if it fits. That is absolutely perfect. So I'll measure it for you and tell you the size. So that tag that's 3 inches by 5.5. Who would have thought that would fit in a 4 by 6 inch space? 3 inches by 5.5. Yeah, I may even trace round that onto some of the paper and make a tag for there. Oh, I like it. Now in that, look, we've got all this space now. Dare I copy what we did last week and just put some paper in to write on? You could. I suppose you could even put some pages in. Yeah, you could. You could make it into a teensy-tiny mini little journal. Who says journals have to open on that side? I reckon left-handed people are going to love this, aren't they? Let's call it a left-handed mini journal. Put some paper. We could put some paper in it. Yeah. But for now, I'm just going to put some decorations up front. Right, what have we got here? We've got these. I don't have a packer ephemera for this, so I'm just going with what I've got. That is pretty. That would look nice. I don't think I've got the patience to cut out one of them bows. No, but I could. I think I might be persuaded to have the patience to cut out a butterfly. They would be nice in there. Oh, wouldn't they? Oh, we could use those as tuck spots for tags. I got all excited then when I thought of that. We could. And then we can still put some paper in if we should wish. Let me see if my 2.5 inch paper punch is the right size. Ooh, it's not bad. It weren't a guess. They're quite often the right size for these Stamperia things. Do you know what? No turning back now, I've done it. Oh, look. I'm going to do the same with that. I'm going to need to cut some of that off. I love it when a plan comes together. Oops, didn't I say at the beginning there is no plan, therefore the plan cannot go wrong? Yeah. There you go. Woohoo! That couldn't have worked out better, could it? In fact, we could just have them back to front. No, we're going to have to go like that. Like that. I'm going to do both. I'm going to put some paper on and I'm going to put that on so you can journal, stick a tag in front. Yeah, then you can add some pages in the middle should you wish. So I'm going to go to my trusty sticker paper. I want one that's not too dark and grungy. What we got? For some reason that looks a bit green. I think, yeah, sometimes my printer, you know when you're printing out something that's like tea-dyed colour, if I forget and leave it on high quality, that yellowy colour looks a bit green. Now that is something I can use to my advantage when I want green. If I don't want green, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. Oh, I don't think I've got any printed ready, so I may just have to stick some paper on. What a hardship that is. It's not a hardship, I'm joking. Yeah, they're all a bit green. So I reckon my eyes weren't working right on the day I printed them. Because I don't want them. No, they just don't look good. So just get some paper, woman. This is not a very grungy project anyway, is it? So I think I would cut my paper with the paper trimmer. Let me just find some 2 ticks. And I'm here again. I've got one of the palest tea-dyed papers I've got left in my stash. I can't be bothered with scraps. I'm too excited to get this finished. So we know that that inner piece measures 6 inches high by nearly 4 inches wide. So I'm going to start tearing. Oh, a lot of people, on a side note, a lot of people have asked about this tear ruler. It's by a company called Crafts 2. I've had it a good few years and it doesn't seem to be available anywhere. So I did say I would try and find a similar one because it's quite it's sturdy but not too thick. It's aluminium, so it's not too heavy. And yeah, I like it. And look what I found. This is by Vaessen Creative. I know it's not as widely available in the US, but in Europe, yeah, they're a European company. Are they Italian? I can't remember. I always forget that. Spanish. Yeah, European. And as if you needed proof that it was the same ruler. Look at that. It even lines up. Now it's same but different because, let's open it. It's slightly longer. Oh, it was only about, I think it's £6 something off Amazon. I'm going to have to cut that. Yeah, it's slightly longer. It's 35 centimetres, which in inches is longer than 12. Yeah, it's longer than 12 inches. I'll put it on my mat and see. So it measures, yes, 14 inches almost. Yeah, but it's the same thing, isn't it? So they must have used the same pattern for this. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to use the new one to tear. The difference being now, like that, 12 inches, yeah, you can just about tear the full length of a long edge, but when your ruler's even longer, it's so much easier. I totally forgot about having this. Whee. Oh, I can't remember, was it Marcy? It could have been Marcy who were asking about where I got the ruler from last, but I know quite a few people have asked over time, and I always say, yeah, it's on my Amazon storefront, but it's not anymore. Right, I'm gonna do this end. Now, to help me, I've lined the edge of my paper up with my line. I mean, I'm not looking for perfection, so it's not... Ooh, that looks good. I'm going to try lining the black middle of the ruler up with that edge as well. Ooh, that's easy. Ooh, I like that. You know, because ruler now goes off edge. And... because I don't know about you, I start tearing there and it comes down here somewhere. Which is okay when I want small pieces, but for big pieces, honestly, it looks like I've chewed it with my teeth. Oh, so yeah, oh, I like this as well, having that. Did that one have a black line? Yeah, I just never utilised it before, it would seem. Oh, you silly woman. So yeah, line my black line up with the middle. Oh, that's so good. I always find it easy to pull the long bit off and have the smaller bit under the ruler. Look at that. Me likes. It's easier to use than the We Are Memory Keepers plastic ones. I do have those. They're in my drawer. Do you know... I'll let you into a little secret. Do you know what I use it for mainly? Scratching my back. Over clothes, yeah. Yeah, oh, there you go. I've got an itch on my back, you know, because it's got a wobbly edge. I wouldn't use this metal one. But plastic, memory keepers, back scratchers, they're brilliant. But you can, cheaper back scratchers are available. You don't have to spend £20 on a set of plastic rulers to scratch your back. I mean, you may have people who can scratch your back. You may have a tree, I don't know. I'm now thinking about Clarkson's Farm, a TV series in the UK. Jeremy Clarkson, journalist, all round. Annoying man to some, I quite like him. And they got this thing that scratches cows' backs, a giant roller on the wall, and it's electric. The cow goes up to it, it activates a switch and it just rolls round and scratches your back. And they were using it. I wanted one when I saw it, but no, I'm using a ruler. Anyhow, right, sure up woman, crack on. I've torn 2 edges, so I'm now gonna make some marks and tear these pieces to fit. In fact, I'll tear one and then I'll make another one the same size. I do like to go off on a tangent or 10. So yeah. Electric back scratches for cows. Yeah. Don't buy your mother-in-law one if you want. No, I don't think that will be very much appreciated. Electric back scratches for mother-in-laws, no. Ooh, I could have... I really could have saved a bit of paper here. Oh well. I've measured it that way now. Electric back scratches for cows, not mother-in-laws. Don't forget that, people. Right. So, I'm just going to line that up-ish. So my mark's on my white line on my mat, and I'm going to line that up-ish again. Now I want this next one to be roughly the same size, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Just check it fits first, woman. Perfect. So I'll put that over, and I'll just touch it along a smidgeroony, and then make sure it's covering the edge. Looks straightish. Don't forget to hold the ruler down. It works wonders. If the cow forgot to activate the switch, it would not get its back scratched. Don't forget to hold the ruler. Right, so now I just want the length measuring. I mean, I'm not getting it you in measurements. I'll measure it after. Ooh, and while I'm doing this, I will have a word about, yes, thank you to everyone who has joined my channel. I have started to offer memberships. Now, I'm laughing. As memberships go, you don't get a lot. And the reason for that is, I don't like people who have less money not being able to see all the content. Yeah? But if you do have a little bit of extra money and you would like to support the channel, you can. And by extra, I've set the membership at 99p, which is about $1.30. As far as I know, no extra charges come out of your bank. I am a member of a couple of channels, and the price it says is what I get charged. Any fees come from the creator. So at the last count, just before I started doing this, I had, what did I have? I had 3 members. So thank you very much. And if you would like to join, yeah, it's 99p, or about $1.30, or whatever that equates to wherever you live. And for that, all I'm offering is nearly nothing. You get a little badge next to your name to say you're a channel member, and it says priority answers, priority comments. I can filter members' comments against everyone else's. I will still be here when a video goes live. I'm always here for at least an hour, usually 2 or 3, answering questions and comments as they come in, and then I do them as and when through week. So the difference that's going to make to me is each day I will check members' comments first. When a video first goes out, I will still be answering everyone's comments as they come in. I just get too many to answer now. I'm so famous. No, I'm not. But there's quite a lot of you subscribing now, and it's lovely that you do comment, because that helps the videos perform well. It helps them earn money. They get shown to more people. People advertise on them, and it's my wages. So thank you very much for that. Is that all I need to say about them? Yeah. My daughter's going to design some little custom emojis with Nala's face on. That you can use, so you can use little Nalas. She's doing media at college. She understands that. It's quite frankly a little bit beyond me, so I won't be doing it. Right, while I waffle, I'll stick my bits of paper on inside. So yeah, that's what the channel memberships are all about. That's why I don't do Patreon. I do have a membership over on Buy Me a Coffee. That's more expensive. Is it $2.99? And I'm quite upfront, and what you get for that is absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's for people who you might have found £3 out back at sofa and you want to subscribe. Or I did have people asking me how they could make a regular donation, so it's there for them. It's by no means expected or required. Yeah, I've spent a good portion of my life, shall we say, pretty darn skint. And yeah, it's not a nice feeling when you can't do something that other people are doing because you're skint. So that's why I don't want to, nothing against anyone who does, but that's why I don't want to, and I never will. I always say it, I will never put any of my content behind a paywall. Just, you'll get a little bit of preferential treatment when it comes to comments. That's about it. and a little emoji at cat. But everyone will see those, so they'll be fun for everyone to see anyway. I'm just going to get my roller for this, because I'm a roller girl now. Whee, no, you will never see me on roller skates. That would be funny. I'm not that kind of roller girl. No, I just use my glue roller to stick things down. I knew one side was paler than other. So that's that. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about memberships. So, yeah. And I think it was it Crafty Cat? Or Cat Crazy? I don't know your real name. I probably do, but I forgot it. I forget everything. And she said, yeah, it's the philosophy of get 50 people to pay £2 rather than 2 people to pay £50. It's perhaps easier. So I've gone for the get 100 people to pay £1. Yeah, that might be even easier. Or get all 47,000 subscribers to pay £1. Then I can buy a yacht and then I can do a world tour. That would be mad, wouldn't it? That would be mad. Oh yeah, I could go on that world cruise that lasts all year. I just keep putting glue in the same place while I'm talking, in case you're wondering why. Yeah, we've gone into waffle mode now. It's probably just diehards who are in are into this far into the video. Yeah, waffle away. So, yeah. Oh, I nearly stuck it to my puzzle book. I got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's gone a little bit. Has it gone a bit squiff? Has it gone a bit? There we go. That looks good. Like I say, we're not looking for perfection. It's a good job because we ain't never going to reach perfection. So yeah, thank you to everyone who has... I'll be putting... Do you know, as you see this, it's probably already on. So do you know what? There probably are more of you now than what I've said. Because I am going to put a post on the community post about it. Do you know, this is why I don't often film my videos the day before they go live, because I get myself all confused with time travel aspect. I won't forget to film an intro for this video either. Right, oh, that looks so good. Blowing my trumpet there a bit, aren't I, for a British person? We don't do that. I've lost one of my circles. So I'm thinking, yeah, I am going to put them on as little tucks. Oh, I like it. Yeah. And then I'm going to go to town with a few rub-ons. Just remember, I got some purple rub-ons out. We had that butterfly, didn't we? How sweet is that? Oh, don't know where it's going to go yet, though. Just wondering whether to back these, make them a bit thicker. No. I'll never kill myself making a decision. So I want a bit of glue at the bottom in a straight line and on the side. So if I hold it there, oh, you can see which is bottom because it's got patterns on. I want a little bit of glue there. This is going to explode in a minute because I didn't put pin in. When do I ever? Ooh. And a bit of glue there. I've curved it so it's curving in and not sticking out. And I'm just going to pop, not too close to that crease. I'm going to pop that there. Oh, I like. Is it straight-ish? It certainly is. Only straight-ish. It might have gone a bit wonky, that. Oh, that were hard work. Do you know, I have gone on a bit today, and this video's perhaps about 23 hours long. I think I may be exaggerating slightly there. Not quite 23 hours. But I have done a little bit of... It takes a little bit longer to explain my thought process and what I'm doing. That's curled up a little bit, that. Do you know, because I've put all that glue on. Easy solution to that, though. Stick it under something heavy. Job really will indeed be a good one. Oh, I like that. I really like that. That needs some... put that there and that there. There we go. That needs some rub-ons on. And, oh, I'm going to go away. I'm just going to cut them two out and those butterflies, and I'll be back with you. And I'm back again. I'm saying that a lot today. I've just had a rub-on disaster. Look, I got this sheet of purple rub-ons. the backing has come away from the front. I'm sorry if that's blinding you. And I've picked them up like that. Can you see? Oh, you silly woman. So they stick really well to skin. So rather than spend 3 days trying to peel that off before I come on camera, I'll just, yeah. Oh dear, I'm now covered in bits of rub on. I can live with it. I might have to sand my finger ends to get it off. Right, so anyway, I've cut out my cute little butterflies. I'm going to get bits of rub on everywhere. I've cut out these 2 little labels. So that's going to fold in. I think I want one of these labels on the front. Not the green just does not go, does it, with colours I've chosen. And the ribbon does go at the top. Yeah. I think I might put that on with... Oh, I think I've got a cup of tea here, yeah. Cup of tea, cup of tea. Thank you, darling. I ordered a cup of tea. I'm a bit parched. Been talking a long time. There we go. So, yeah. I think I might put some... I'm going to put some eyelets or brads in that before I glue it on. I like it. Here I am. I said I weren't going to faff too much with decoration. So, yeah, I've lost my corner rounder. Oh, let's just look at that. That's terrible. Yeah, I'm going to round them corners. And I'm going to put 4 little brads in there. So find your little brads, woman. I'll tell you what, I'll be back when I've done it. 2 ticks. And I've found my brads. I remember now I put every brad I owned into a new box. So I'm just want to go for black. I don't want fancy colours. And I just want these teeny tiny ones. Yeah. That's all I want. It's not quite straight looking about that. I'm going to have to cut a little bit off that edge. It's bothering me, it is. There we go. The label just weren't quite centred and it was causing me some stress. There we go. That looks better. The ribbon goes at the top, which I find a bit odd. But there you go. Right, I'm going to use 4 of these little black brads. I was going to do it off camera, then I thought, no, there might be people who don't know how to put brads in. And perhaps they've not seen brads before. We're not born knowing how to put a brad in, are we? I'm going to grab a piece of foam. Oh wow, and it's purple. Oh, I've got craft-a-lunch happening again. I'm just grabbing a piece of foam just so I don't stab my mat. It's all purple today, isn't it? And I'm just going to grab my pokey tool. Poke 4 holes, so you don't need a fancy tool for this. That's not actually a point, but it's near enough. There we go. Comes in handy having a bit of that kids funky foam about. These brads have pretty long legs, so there's a chance I may have to chop its legs off. Oh wow. So in my last video I was chopping heads off birds. What else did I cut in half? Some other poor creature. And now I'm chopping legs off things. Yeah, I need to cut its legs off. That's quite sad really. More tools, Zilla. I need to get some pliers to chop its legs off. Do you know what? Now I've shown you how to put it in. Oh no, I've had a craft-a-lunch. And I've put them in backwards then. Oh no, I haven't. It's the same on both sides. I'll finish it and then we'll glue it on. I come and go more times than I don't know what. I'm just using the plier bit on these, the cutting bit. It's really difficult. Why didn't I just unbend that? Poke it back through and then do it. Silly woman. Yeah, so that's all I've done. I've just chopped some legs off. These don't cut very well now. I've had them I've had them too long. They've had a good innings. I have these wire cutters, but they don't cut like they used to. Perhaps I need to grab another pair. I have bought cheap ones to replace them and they've lasted 2 minutes. Whereas that pair there from Beadsmith I'd had for years. I used to do jewellery and use them. Right, there you go. Oh, and all because the lady wanted that look. So I just need to take the ends off another 4 brads. Another 3, I can't count. There we go. I'm seriously wondering if that were worth it. Oh, yeah, it were. Look at that. Oh, put it right way round. I'm determined to have them flowers at the bottom. That were worth it. It needed those brads. It really did. Yeah. So, let's glue that on. I'm going to put some glue under the metal. It's art glitter glue. Not 3 bad at gluing metal. The metal is probably the bit that's going to touch the most. So I've not gone too mad with glue on rest it. Put it right way around, woman. I don't often put things in centre. It's very strange for me. Not since my card making and mini album days. So there we go. I like that. That is so pretty. I'm not gonna make you watch me decorate other bits. I'm gonna put it under something really flat to flatten that down. I will just pop another couple of these cutter parts in there. Yeah, that one will do. There we go. And that one. Yeah. I'll trim those down a bit so they fit better. Or cut something else out. I think you've seen me cut enough up now, haven't you? I think you get the idea. I do think it would benefit from some trim around the middle. So I will find some of that. So when you see it in its thumbnail, it'll have some lovely trim around middle. I will be using the, what's it called? That seam binding, yeah. From the scrap cabin shop, Erin. Gorgeous seam binding. And I know there's some purple in there somewhere. So yeah, there we go. Oh, stick a butterfly on it. Stick a flutterby on. I've got that one there. I think I might put one on that card. And put, I think the rubber might go nicely on there, or there, yeah. Put that rubber on, woman. I can faff wild cows come home, I can. Put it that side, because we've got that one that side, yeah. There we go. Grab your desk is, my desk is wrecked. I'm telling you, it's wrecked. Now this would have been better to put the rubber on before I added this tag, but like I said, today there is no plan. Therefore the plan cannot go wrong. And I think I will see you next time. Bye.